Welcome back to another episode. We're back to doing a week of lunches, and this is day one. I've got a great lunch for you. I'm going to show you today. And in my new classroom, I am now the computer science teacher at the local STEM academy. We're in week 3. We had a half a week and then week 2. We had a half a week. It seems like I've been here for months. Yeah, we're in our first full week. So I'm really excited to be here. My class sizes, they're no bigger than 24 kids at a time. The lighting here is really horrible. So I have 3 classes and there are 24 kids each. So it's amazing. So let me show you what I have for lunch here today, and we'll get started. You can see here I've got my Cuban style black beans. I absolutely love this recipe. It's an Instant Pot recipe, and there's a link right here if you want to click on that when the video's over and check that out. It is so good. Then I've got just some seasoned broccoli. It's just frozen broccoli with some sesame seeds on it and some other stuff, some sriracha. And then I've got some fruit here, grapes and an apple. And I've actually had a banana, but I ate that. And I've got my 2 bottles of Berkey water, and I am ready for lunch. All right, I can't wait to eat this. So the Cuban black beans, Instant Pot. It's the black beans, it's onions, it's jalapenos, it's garlic, and there's a bunch of spices mixed in, and it's so delicious. And I mean, you can't eat Cuban black beans without white rice. So I just lay the white rice on the bottom of the little container, and then I dump the beans on the top, and I just go at it. Oh my gosh. Holy smoke. I just made these last night. I haven't really had a chance to eat it. I tasted it to make sure the seasoning was correct. But after they sit in the Instant Pot for a little while, they absorb the rest of the juice, and now they're really full. Black beans are a hearty meal. Like, this is just a full, it doesn't look like a big container, but this is a full plate of food right here. And black beans, they do it for me. Like, when I eat black beans, I'm like, okay, I've had enough. Like, I'm not going to be hungry in 20 minutes, right? This recipe is so good. I lived in Tampa for a long time, for 14 years. And I really grew to love Cuban food. And this, I love Cuban sandwiches and all that, but I'd have to say, I know it's just simple. It's black beans and white rice, black beans and rice. I really love it. I always have. So good, guys. All right, I'm gonna have some broccoli here because I'm gonna need my non-starch here, right? So I've got my starches right here, or my starch. I've split it in this bowl, and I've got my non-starch. It's just my broccoli that I make like in every meal. I take some bags of frozen broccoli from Costco, throw them in the microwave, and I heat them up. Then I throw them in a big bowl, and in that bowl, I dump in the Costco dried onions, the seasoning, right? It's just dried onions. I put in some garlic salt, put in some sesame seeds, and then I, squeeze sriracha all over it, kind of mix it all up, and that's it. Just heat it in the microwave here, and it's ready to go. I love eating broccoli this way. So good. I always have Berkey water with me. Water is really all I drink. Unless we're going to a restaurant or something, I just drink bottled water. And I've said this many times. We have a filter in the fridge that works just fine, but my family likes the Berkey filter, so we take that filtered water and dump it through the Berkey filter. However you do it, it's fine. But take your filtered water, throw them in a glass bottle, throw them in the fridge. We go through, we have 18 bottles like this. We go through them all within a day or 2. So we're constantly filling water bottles up at home. And that's all we drink. We don't have anything else at home. If we go out to dinner, that's different. We'll have soda. But otherwise at home's our safe place. So we always have, bottled water. All right, so I brought an apple with me. I've been eating the grapes already for my between classes, so I'm kind of done with that. I'm actually full. Like, I can't eat anything else. The black beans are really a hearty meal, so that was a lot of food for me. All right, so I'm in a new classroom, teaching computer science. I'm really excited. It's an amazing place to work. Funny story, this girl, Melissa, watched my video at the end of last year and saw that I was changing to a computer science position, and she lives in the area that I live in Phoenix, and her school was looking for a computer science teacher, and they had just hired one, right? And it was me. And she was like, I wonder if that's my school. And then she looked at throughout the summer, she looked at the new employee list, and I was on it. And she contacted me over the summer, and she was like, oh my God, you're gonna be working at my school. And I was like, oh my gosh. And she's worked here for 29 years, right? Like, for a long time. So, and she absolutely loves it. So I met her when the teachers were here before the kids for a week. She came running over. We gave each other a hug, and she's so much fun. So just kind of funny how that kind of thing works out. I absolutely love it here. She's right. Lexx is with me, and now that I think about this, we could have Lexx just eat with me because he has the same lunch I do. We could both do our week of lunches together, but I don't think he's going to go for it. So I think it's a nice idea, but the practicality is it won't work. So all right. I'm really excited to be here. This is where I'll be filming from now on. And computer science was I was meant to do. I was a computer network engineer for 14 years. This is my jam right here. All right, we'll see you tomorrow. All right, we're back for our next lunch here. So today I've got a really good lunch. This is one of my favorite meals. And I'm gonna just go through it real quick. I'll do a hover over the video here, but it's a chickpea salad sandwich with some fixins, and I kind of have to put everything in a container because I don't want to make this sandwich ahead of time and then get to work and then eat it and realize the bread's soggy and all that. And we do a toaster here, a little toaster oven, so I'm able to toast the bread. We have a microwave, so I'm able to heat up my side dish. So I'm gonna take the camera and show you what I have and give you a view of all of this stuff here. So let me do that, and let's take a look. All right, so I've got my bread right here because I can't have a sandwich without bread. And over here, I've got my chickpea salad. Look how good that looks, right? Oh, so good. And then for fixins on top, I've got some arugula. I'm gonna throw on top as my lettuce and tomato. And then I've also got some microgreens. I think these are broccoli sprouts, broccoli greens. And I'm gonna throw some grapes in the sandwich because I love the grapes in there with that. And then as a side, I've just got some Brussels sprouts here, and I'll tell you how I made those. And then for dessert, I have, from my dessert video, I have one of those peanut butter oat cups and a few of those, the dates with the cashew butter in it. Looking good. All right, so what I'm doing is I just bring it all separate, right? And this is just the way I prefer to eat it. And we're really set up here with paper plates and all that. So I don't have to really scramble to eat comfortably. So normally Tim makes bread for this, right? But he didn't make any bread this week. So I had to use Dave's Killer Bread. So that's what I've got here, 2 slices of Dave's Killer Bread. And I'm just gonna put some of this chickpea salad on here. Man, I've had this already 2 days this week. That's why I don't film all of these in a row the same week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday, because I'm eating the same thing Monday through Thursday, so that'd be pointless. All right, so I've got some chickpea salad. I'm just gonna put on here. There's a lot of it. I like to just eat the extra, right? All right. And I'm gonna put that right here on my sandwich. All right, that's a nice little healthy dose. And next I'm gonna put on my tomatoes here. I've sliced some of the tomatoes this morning before I left the house, and I'm just gonna put those on here. And then I've got some arugula that's cleaned and ready to eat, so I'm gonna lay that on top here. I like the arugula on this because it has kind of a peppery taste, right? And then I also wanna put some grapes on here, but I don't know if I can get the grapes on this, so there's a lot here. I think I'm just gonna push the bread down and then flip it over and put some of the grapes on the other side of this. So there's just something about grapes with chickpea salad that just goes really well. So I absolutely love it. I've got plenty of grapes to kind of snack on right there. All right, so now I've got my sandwich, right? And then I've got a side of Brussels sprouts here. This is just Brussels sprouts marinated in, what did I marinate this in? Oh yeah, marinated in soy sauce, some garlic salt, and just kind of all mixed together in a bowl and let it sit there. Then I air fried them in the air fryer for 12 minutes, I think it was, and that was it. So I'm gonna have my sandwich. I'm so hungry, and it looks and smells delicious. Holy smoke. Seriously, this is so good. Chickpea salad, one of my favorite meals. I didn't eat chickpea salad for 1.5 years or 2 years as a vegan because the tofu I was using was absolutely horrible. And then I realized I was using the wrong tofu. I needed to use the shelf-stable tofu, and it changed everything. I have a link right here that talks about how to make this correctly. There's a video right here, so check that out. And it goes into, I think it's called why your star sauce and mayo tastes so horrible. It really is all about the mayo. And once I realized how to make the mayo correctly, that changed everything. This sandwich is absolutely delicious. Oh my gosh. Take another bite. So good. I'm gonna grab my Brussels sprouts here. These smell delicious. Oh yeah. The soy sauce on them, really, it's amazing. I wouldn't say I'm a Brussels sprouts lover, but I absolutely enjoy them when they're cooked correctly or when there's enough soy sauce on them. And this is done perfectly. Just the recipe I told you, it's really simple. And this kind of is a nice complement to the cold salad. So good. Brussels sprouts are just so good for you. I'm really glad I found a way to eat them. All right, so the last thing I have here is I've got some of these little date boats that I made the other day. I made them in a video and I put that out with like my 3 favorite desserts. And I've got one of these peanut butter oat cups. Another no-bake dessert with a little dried chocolate on top. So these are just my desserts. I usually just bring like 2 of the date boats, but I thought I'd bring one of these 2 since I just put a video out on it. So see how this tastes. I know it's delicious. Oh man, I love dates. So good. I always have plenty of water with me. I bring 2 of these bottles every day. I know I say this every time, but every day I have 2 of these. These are 18-ounce bottles, so I drink 36 ounces of water while I'm at work every day. Just a little break I need. All right, school's going really well. I love my classes. I only have 4 classes, right? One of them's a prep period, so I have 3 actual classes. My largest class is 24 students, so I have 3 classes of 24 students or less. And that's it. We're on a block schedule, so we only have 4 periods, all right? Lexx is here with me. I've talked about that before. He does not want to come do a What I Eat in a Day with me. He's not interested. So that's okay. And I'm teaching computer science, which I absolutely love. So I am just loving this year so far. We're in week 4, and the kids are just amazing. So I can't ask for anything more. I'm really lucky. All right, so that's our lunch for today. Chickpea salad, one of my top 2 favorite meals. And I just kind of assemble it all here and I'm ready to go. All right, we'll see you tomorrow. All right, it's time for another lunch. This smells so good. I can't wait to jump into it here. I'll give you a little picture overview I have. I've got some starches here, a non-starch. I already had a banana, but I already ate it. And then I've got an apple, a little baby apple I washed and cleaned. And I've got 2 bottles of Berkey water here that I always have off to the side here. And my lunchbox is just like this deep cooler, right? That I carry the 2 bottles in and all of my food for the day. And often there's like a teacher's meeting after school and all that. And I just make sure I have food for all of that. They'll have sometimes, they have coffee in the morning. Sometimes for the teachers, I don't drink coffee. So I have my water, and sometimes we're doing a training on September 22nd, and they're asking me what I want. I'm supposed to pick from these options. There's a vegetable option, but it doesn't say vegan. So I just emailed them saying, hey, listen, because we're making it here, the culinary department. I said, if they can do something without animal products whatsoever that's vegan, that's fine. If not, tell them it's absolutely okay. I'll have my food with me either way, and not to worry. So that's kind of how I handle that. I don't want to put any pressure on them, but I also want to be prepared. All right, I'm going to give you a little view of what I have here, so let's take a look at the food. All right, so today I'm starting with HCH's Lentil Chili. It's chili made in the Instant Pot out of lentils and some vegetables and spices, and you can kind of see it here, it looks really good. And I've just got some white rice with it. And then I've got some Brussels sprouts that are air fried. I sauteed them in soy sauce and garlic powder, and then I just air fried them in the air fryer, and that's kind of it. And then I've got an apple, which I'll be eating here. I always have apples because I absolutely love them. At some point, I'll have a video up for this lentil chili. It's high carb Hannah's, and I make all the time. It's absolutely delicious. I love getting lentils in. It's one of the things Tim can eat that doesn't cause him digestion problems. So we have lentils whenever, like every week. Sometimes it's Ethiopian lentils, sometimes, the Mizerwat, and sometimes it's just lentil chili, and that's it. So this week, lentil chili, and I'm having this, and I already know it's delicious because I can smell it, and I've had it all week. So, oh yeah. She uses some dates to make a date paste to put in here, and it sweetens it up a little bit. Oh man, it goes so good. It's just like an amazing combination of tastes. And the spices in here are really good, the chili powder and all that. So if there's a video, it'll be right here when I have it, which I don't yet. But when I do, it'll be right here. In the meantime, I'll leave a link in the description below this video to her video where she makes this. It's absolutely delicious. Lentils is one of those things where there's a lot of protein in lentils. There's a lot of fiber. It just gives you so much. Somebody was telling me something about, you need to eat beef for protein. I'm like, actually, no, there's more protein in a pound of lentils than there is in a pound of beef. So, there's that. This dish is one of my favorites. I love lentils anyway, but God, the taste of this, so good. She calls it lentil chili. I wouldn't call it a chili. It's definitely cooked lentils. That doesn't remind me of chili, but it is really satisfying and very tasty. I'm gonna have some of these Brussels sprouts. I have learned to like Brussels sprouts. I've definitely acquired a taste for them. Seriously, having cold bottles of water has completely cut us off from everything else. We just don't have soda. We don't have juice boxes. We just don't have any of that stuff. We just have cold bottled water. I'm gonna save the apple for later on after my next class, because I'm pretty full from all of that rice and lentils and the Brussels sprouts. So that's my lunch today. An amazing chili from High Carb Hannah. HCH, call me. All right, lunch was great today. We'll see you tomorrow. All right, today my lunch smells amazing. I can't wait to show you what I have. It's one of my favorite recipes. I here for another lunch, continuing on with my week of lunches. As you know, I shoot these things over a course of 5 weeks because I eat the same thing every day for a week. So today is my chickpea and farro skillet. And man, when I just tell you how I can smell the fennel in this right now, and it smells delicious. Let me show you what I got here. For the main course, I've got my chickpea and farro skillet. There is a bunch of farro in there, and you can see I've got the garbanzo beans or chickpeas in there with some diced tomatoes and some spinach and a bunch of spices. This dish not only smells good, it is absolutely delicious. And I'm going light today. You can see it's kind of a nice sized bowl, but I don't want to overdo it. It's the day before weigh-in. I always weigh myself on Fridays, so I don't want to overdo it. With that, I'm going to have some grapes. All right, I got quite a few there. I already had one banana, but I'm having the second banana, and then I've got an apple if I'm still hungry. All right, let me get started on lunch here. Gosh, it smells delicious. So I have a video for this right here, the chickpea and farro skillet, and it's really simple to make. A can of chickpeas, a cup of farro, some spices, some tomatoes, and it's a done deal. The thing that makes this so good is the fennel seed. It has this sausagey smell because of the fennel, and it is like a full meal. Like the farro just kind of absorbs all the water or the broth and becomes really big, and the chickpeas, and it's an absolutely filling meal. Holy smoke. One of my favorite things to eat. There is so much you can do with this. You can add so many vegetables to this. You can also sub in barley also, pearl barley if you want. I have a lot of that, and sometimes I do that. So that's one of my options. You can use any type of beans in here. You can use white beans. Once I opened up a can of white beans accidentally, instead of garbanzo beans, I just threw those in there, and they were fine. Man, this is such a aromatic dish. Like when I'm heating this in the microwave up in the break room, everyone's like, what are you eating? Like, that looks delicious. So good. And I made this on Sunday. Like, I didn't just make this today or last night. It's the middle of the week. I made this on Sunday, and it was good all week. So just do this with your meal prep. That's what I do. Meal prep on Sunday nights, and I have food all week. All right, so I've got some grapes right here. Wow, these are juicy. I try and have grapes like, I don't know, 2 to 3 times a week. I really love them. I love the bite, these are really big grapes. I love biting into them and all that juice just squirting out. I feel like it gives me a lot of liquid, and grapes are really refreshing. So I absolutely love them. I can't wait to finish this whole bag. So I also like that that I can have them in class if I want to. I try not to eat in class because I don't let the kids eat in class. I have to model that, but sometimes between classes I'll have grapes and I'll just sneak a few. Oh, so I got to tell you something else that happened. So last Friday I came into work, and one of the girls was wearing the black plant-based dad shirt that says, "Where do you get your fiber?" And I was going to wear that shirt that morning, and I didn't because I had a conference with a parent in the morning, so I didn't want to wear that. So I wore a polo shirt. Well, anyway, I get here, and she walks in, and I see her, and she sits down, and I go, wait a minute, how is she wearing my shirt? I was going to wear this. How did she get that shirt, right? Like, where'd she get my shirt from? And then it finally occurred to me she's wearing my merch. And I'm like, are you wearing my merch? And she's like, oh, yeah. And I was like, oh, my gosh. And everyone turned around. Like, all the kids are now like, is that plant-based dad's merch? And on the back, it says PBD. And they're all on their computers trying to pull out their credit card, trying to buy. I'm like, oh, you need to ask your parents before you buy that stuff, right? It was like a merch craze thing. So I think at some point, they're probably going to come in wearing my merch. I'll have to take a picture. Here's a picture of the one student right here. I, of course, blocked out the face. But it was really cool to see that. It was very flattering, and it was a lot of fun. So I still have a banana and an apple to eat. I've already eaten the banana, and I'm kind of full. So I think I'm going to save these for later on today. We'll see you at the next lunch. All right. I want to show you what I have for lunch today. I normally eat a banana during the first block, or right before the first block I have prep period. So I normally eat a banana then, but I didn't even get to it. And then I have one for later on. I didn't get to those. And I've got these huge apples, right? I might have that on the way home. And then I've got a bunch of little containers. I'm going to show you what I have here, right? I can just kind of see them here, I think. Right there. All right, so you'll see what I'm doing here in a minute. Today I'm having a salad. So I've packed this salad, and then I've got all sorts of little toppings to put in here. So I'm going to open these up and then give you kind of my dressing. Give you a view of what I have here, all right? Let's do that. I'm starting out here with a nice big container of lettuce. And on the top here, I've got some white beans. I've got some corn, some little mandarin oranges, a bunch of apple, right? So that's what's in the container ready to eat. And that's what I'm going to use for the base. Then I'm going to throw on the top some broccoli sprouts, little mini sprouts, some hemp hearts. I've got some grapes cut up, my dressing, and some nuts on top. So that's everything I'm gonna put on this salad. Let's get it together. All right, so what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna take my bowl with the lettuce and some of the toppings and kind of just dump it in here. That's already not enough room. And just kind of mix it up a little bit here, right? This is going everywhere, but just wanna get some of the toppings to the top. Maybe that's not happening. Okay, maybe this isn't a good idea, but I really want a salad today. Kind of in this salad mood. All right, and then I'm just gonna throw my toppings on. I've got some hemp hearts here that I'm just gonna put on. I'm just gonna sprinkle those on. I always put my dressing on last, so it goes on top of everything. And then I've got some grapes. I'm just gonna sprinkle those on, a little squish together. And then I'm putting my walnuts on. I love having nuts on salad, right? And I'm gonna layer some of these like sprouts on top, some microgreens, right? And then I'm just gonna lay my dressing like right over the top of all of it. And this is the cashew-based maple dressing, but I used I use PB2 cashew powder instead of cashews. So it's really low fat, which is amazing. So I kind of just throw that whole thing on there, right? Oh man, look how good that looks. Like you can see all my toppings, which are now bottomings, I guess, because that's where they are. I can't wait to eat this. So I've got a fork in my lunchbox here, and I always got my 2 bottles of water, right? So I've got those over here. Grab my lunchbox out of the way. All right, let's dig into this salad. It looks so good. I kind of have to mix it up a little bit again because I got to get that dressing mixed in, right? I don't want the dressing to just sit on the top. It's kind of got to go throughout the whole salad. I'm not using a lot of dressing. I would guess it's about 2 tablespoons. I probably could use a lot more because I did the cashew powder instead of the cashews, so it's really low in fat. So next time maybe I'll just make double the dressing, right? It's Friday. I am so like ready to get the weekend going here. All right, let's try this salad. Oh man, it's delicious. Ooh. I love grapes and apples in salad. Oh man. That's good. So good. Oh man, that's good. I love getting fruit in salad, right? I mean, it just takes it to the next level. And the nuts on top, so delicious, guys. All right, so that's over with. I am gonna have a banana. I feel like salads don't always fill me up, so but bananas will. This banana is ripe and ready to eat. So we always freeze ripe bananas, and we also freeze non-ripe bananas because Tim has this thing about non-soluble fiber and soluble fiber, and I guess when the bananas are green, they're in one state of fiber, and when they're in yellow, they're in another state of fiber. I don't know. I only like them when they're yellow. All right, so like I said, it's Friday, and that's 5 lunches that I've shown you, and I think it's the first time I've shown you that I've had a salad for lunch. I normally don't do that, just because I can't prep salads for the week. Like I can, but they'll last Monday and Tuesday, and that's it. So by Friday, I can't have a salad for lunch. So last night, we did put all the stuff together to make salads for me and Tim for lunch. All right, that's our video for today. 5 lunches, teacher edition at my new teaching position. And that's what I've got. I'm really excited where I am. I'm happy to be here. The kids are great, and it's going to be an amazing school year. So I'm looking forward to it. Hit that like button, show some love. Don't forget to subscribe and click on that bell so you get notified every time we have a new video, usually every Tuesday. And please leave a comment below. What are you doing for lunch? Are you preparing? Are you taking it with you? Are you running out to get lunch? Like, if I don't bring my food, then I've got nothing to eat, right? Because there's nothing here for me to eat. So I got to be prepared. All right, we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.